I hope you must be already clear on decomposition, and now in this video we'll focus on the second element of computational thinking, that is pattern identification or pattern recognition. It is also called as data representation. So once we have done the decomposition of the problem, now we want to observe the patterns in it so that we can use them towards the solution. If you notice, patterns are all around us. Even our behavior has a pattern. Our friends might notice and tell us that we get happy on certain kind of things and get angry on another kind of things. We can use the weather pattern to create a weather forecast. But when it comes to the weather department, they must be collecting a lot of data to create those forecasts. You might observe the calligraphy patterns and can even tell, oh, this is the writing of my father or of my brother or of my sister. Mathematics is also full of patterns. You might find many patterns in the numbers, be it sa, re, ga, ma or do, re, mi, fa. Even music has pattern. Different dance forms follow different patterns, but they all do have a pattern. You may find patterns in paintings too. A specific painter might use dull colors, or alternatively, another one might use bright colors only, while one may use one color excessively and another can be who use mix of many colors. We can also find patterns in the paintings coming from a particular era. The paintings in Renaissance period of Europe has a definite pattern, while all the great artists were trying to express the change in the thinking of masses. We can even find patterns on the artistic sculptures coming from different civilizations. For example, a sculptor from Egyptian civilization would be identifiably different from the one coming from Chinese civilization. The key is to learn how to have an eye to recognize these patterns and how we can teach it to the young kids. Because if the kids today understand these simple way of pattern identification, tomorrow they will find patterns on a particular problem or pain area of humanity and would be closer to a possibility to solve it. As a matter of fact, pattern recognition is a branch of machine learning that focuses on the recognition of patterns and regularity in data. It is rather considered to be nearly synonymous with machine learning. If one can dig out these patterns in the given data, there is obviously a great possibility of creating a solution for the problems around that data. And that's why you must have seen data analysis and data mining are the two big opportunities in the job market today. For example, in this illustration, the kids can identify a rhyming pattern in the given data and may distribute the data into two parts with a certain kind of pattern. In machine learning, pattern recognition systems may go deeper and the machines can learn from them and may come out with a structure to respond. The responses can be developed in two modes, supervised and unsupervised. In a supervised mode, the machine is taught with the training data, but the real game happens in unsupervised training or unsupervised learning, where algorithms are used to discover previously unknown patterns. The AlphaGo is a great example of this pattern identification thing, where a team of Google worked a lot to identify how the machines can play Go, and then they beat the top players of Go in the world. And then they further used in the next level of game in an unsupervised mode, and they were still able to beat all the top players of the world. So here was the second element of computational thinking, the pattern recognition or the pattern identification, where we have to train our mind to look for patterns. And that is our aim also when we are trying to do it for the young kids or with the young kids. We need to help them identify patterns in a big way. And there can be any number of games or activities that can help young kids to identify patterns. I will be really very happy to listen from you guys What kind of activities or games do you think will be helpful to teach these young kids the patterns? And why only young kids? Why not even you? How do you think you can teach the adults to recognize the patterns so that they can actually go for a kill to solve a problem? I'm not creating this course just to brag that, see, I have created this and you can have a look at it and can learn from it, but rather I'm trying to find out people who are passionate enough to identify new ways through which we can help masses to solve the problems of tomorrow, which virtually seems unsolvable right now. So see you in the next video where we'll talk about the third element. Until then, thank you.